The streets of Jerusalem bustled with excitement as people gathered for the Passover feast. But in the midst of the celebration, Jesus walked with a heavy heart. He knew what was coming. That night, under the glow of the full moon, he sat with his disciples, breaking bread and lifting a cup. His eyes were filled with love as he spoke. "This is my body, given for you. This is my blood, shed for many." Later, in the quiet darkness of the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus knelt, sweat like drops of blood forming on his brow. His voice trembled as he prayed, "Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me. Yet not my will, but yours be done." Suddenly, torches flickered in the trees, shadows danced across the ground. Soldiers had come, and leading them, Judas, his friend, his disciple. With a kiss, the betrayal was sealed. The soldiers seized Jesus, dragging him away as his followers scattered in fear. The night was long. Jesus was beaten, mocked, and crowned with twisted thorns. The people who had once cheered for him now shouted, "Crucify him!" By morning, he stood before Pilate, weary but silent. And though Pilate found no fault in him, he gave in to the angry crowd. Jesus was sentenced to death. A rough wooden cross was placed on his shoulders. Step by step, he stumbled through the streets of Jerusalem, the weight of the world pressing down on him. The sky darkened. The earth held its breath. At the hill of Golgotha, nails pierced his hands and feet. The cross was lifted high, and Jesus hung between two thieves. Pain coursed through his body, yet love filled his heart. He looked at the people below, mocking, weeping, watching, and spoke words that shook the heavens. "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Time seemed to stand still. Then, with a final breath, he cried, "It is finished." The earth rumbled. The temple curtains split in two. The sky wept as the Son of God breathed his last. His followers buried him in a sealed tomb, and all hope seemed lost. But on the third day, something incredible happened. At sunrise, the ground trembled once more. The heavy stone sealing the tomb rolled away. Light burst forth. When the women arrived, an angel, glowing like lightning, smiled and said, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here. He is risen." And then Jesus appeared, standing before his disciples, scars still visible. His eyes shone with victory. "Peace be with you," he said. Death had lost. Love had won. The greatest story ever told was complete. And because he lives, we have hope. We have life. We have Easter. The promise that no darkness, no pain, not even death can separate us from his love. He is risen.